Spiral Hill. Hey, Leah, how's it going?
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Yep, we are.
Oh, okay. Now that we got that in, let's see. And here, Tangle House. Huh, the door is open. That's weird. On what the note? Dear Kevin and Leah, I'm running a little late. Blaze will see you inside. Sincerely, Tangle. Okay
Oh,
then. So let's go inside. Oh, hey, Blaze, how's it going?
Welcome. How are both of you?
Doing well. How things going in the soul dimension?
Oh, busy as ever, but we're doing well.
Is good. Well, Leah, let's take a seat. I believe. Oh, you're the guest of honor this time, Leah. How do you feel about that? About that?
it's definitely a change because I usually is the one usually doing the Q&As in my other live stream series, but here I'm the one being asked questions. What? I
Well,
am I am honored.
Yeah. Well,
the honor is all mine.
oh, same here. Same here. Well, Blaze, ladies first. Would you like to ask the first question?
Sure, of course. So Leah, may I call you that?
Of course.
Leah, you are a graphic designer, right, by trade?
Yes.
So tell me how you got into that.
Oh boy. It started out like when during my childhood actually. It's like basically my mom saw the potential that I was laying out all of the elements on paper during arts and crafts, and my mom saw the potential already. Like as soon as I got into drawing, and it started to evolve from there just from doing arts and crafts. So it just evolved over time, and then I grew a passion for drawing and graphic design, and here I am now, actually one of the graphic designers for Revo.
Really, congratulations. I understand that is coming up soon.
Yes, yes. For those going to the in-person event, I will be there, and so will Kevin.
How exciting. That's terrific. Silver won't stop talking about it, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's talking about Dr. Denny's and how excited he wants to go
Oh,
and all that.
he's always loved Denny's. He's always wanted to go. So, being in California, usually I would assume this restaurant is pretty accessible.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, it is. Huh?
Mhm.
Fantastic. And those of you who are watching from home, feel free, if you have a question for Leah, feel free to leave one in the chat, and I will be watching that for now. Kevin, I do have more questions, but I don't want to miss the opportunity to hear one of yours.
Of course. So, Leah, how did you get started? What got you into Sonic and what got you into the community?
Ooh, okay. I think it started like I think my very first Sonic game, I got into it because of Sonic X, the anime that was dubbed by 4Kids, of course. That really introduced me to the franchise, to the characters, to know their character archetypes. It helped me understand each of the characters' personalities and everything. And it grew fondly over time where I was like, I was like, my other friend told me about the game, so I was like, so that really gravitated my interest. So I actually played the first Sonic Riders games actually, and and the Riders game actually piqued my interest. I was like, hey, I love these characters. Like they're all pretty unique. And everything. And I still remember that one cutscene in Riders that I will always remember: Amy chasing Sonic with her hammer, and and everything. That was like my favorite cutscene in the game. So yeah, Riders was basically my entry point actually.
And why was that your favorite cutscene of the game?
I think it's because because of the fact that Sonic like didn't really take into account of Amy's safety, he's just like, okay, I just gotta be sure Amy's safe, but he didn't really think about the consequences of his actions that he might end up, hurting her by doing what he did.
Per
um,
usual.
yeah, so it kind of showed like where I can see, okay, so Sonic is basically he can get reckless, Sometimes he doesn't think before he acts, Like we all know Sonic, he doesn't think before he acts. And that kind of shows his reckless behavior.
That is true. He can be reckless, but a proven foe to fight. So I'll give him
Mhm.
props for that. Let's
Mm.
see. Well, I have a question, Kevin, if you don't mind us switching.
Go for it.
Do you have any artist channels that you watch or artists that give you inspiration? If so, who do you watch or who do you follow?
Ooh, I have so many that I follow. I, of course, the very first one has to be Gab Sam. I love her stuff. She's a huge inspiration to me when it comes to like the way she colors. Like, I think one of my favorite collabs that she did um, is with Megu Art regarding the Princess and the Cowherder. That was beautiful. I love the way it was colored. Um, I also would like to also say Starly or AKA Sony. I don't know which one they go by now, but they're also another inspiration. I love their shading technique and style. They're definitely another inspiration. Um, Another inspiration has to be Miss Tang's Hand. I love her color pencil style. Like it looks really nice. Like she actually does like color pencil traditionally and digitally, and that's a gift. And I'm trying to think who else because there's a lot of artists I follow. um, hmm. I think those are like the three that I can think of at the top of my head.
Those are fantastic artists, and at least Gab Sam, at least Silver and I are acquainted with her work.
Mm.
Uh, Kevin, do you have any other questions?
Hmm. What is your most proudest work that you've done so far?
Ooh, my proudest work? Ooh, okay. I would have to say I would have to say my most proudest work. Let me go get it, actually. I did this last year, and it was used for the Simple and Clean cover on my YouTube channel. Let me go post it the in the live stream chat so you guys can hopefully this will load. This one. That one was my most loved on my Instagram. I think it reached like over 3,000 something, and I've used this like it's one of my favorite art pieces of all time, and it took me 2 days to finish that artwork. Yeah, like I would say the characters were only took like 15 minutes, and then the whole background itself took 2 days. So that's my
The,
most proud artwork.
the background is beautiful. What programs do you use?
Oh, this is very interesting. It's not the typical Procreate or Clip Studio or any other third party art programs. This was actually made in Adobe Animate.
Really?
Yeah, it's I've used Adobe Animate because I did take 2D animation classes back when I was like in community college, and I've just gotten so used to doing art pieces with that program. And and I think one of our assignments or lessons we had to do was just basically create images by vectoring them out. Like you put like a sketch and then you actually vector it out digitally in the program. So I've been so used to doing it that way, and yeah, that's the actual results.
That's incredible. Is there a way for you to share the screen so the audience can see it?
Oh, the actual art piece? Sure. Let me just go get it first.
Of
Um,
course.
it's one of my most prized possession art pieces
It's
um
beautiful.
of all time. I'm super proud of it. It's one of my most favorite. Every time I ask people, "What's your favorite art piece of mine?" They always mention this one.
It's gorgeous. I love the background.
Oh, I appreciate it, Blaze. um, for those who want to see the art piece, um,
That's one of my favorite art pieces you've done too. Just that background. Oh, it's so beautiful.
yeah, I appreciate it, Kevin. Yeah, like people usually get surprised when I tell them this took like 2 days to actually. I hope the audience can see it. Can you guys see it or?
No, unfortunately not. I think uh, whoever's hosting the stream will need to put it on their screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see it like lightly. Oh, there you go. But yeah, that's the art piece I am proud of. It's um like I said, like it was funny because when I posted this, people thought this was actually like Sonic official. Because they like posting like Sonic in his world, like Sonic and Friends in their world type of art pieces like this. And people thought this was actually official. And I had to tell them it's not.
It's
um
beautiful.
so I was able to capture the style they were going for. Um but yes, you can see this art piece on the Simple and Clean because I actually created it specifically for that song cover that of course Sonic and Amy actually sang. Go listen.
Really, they sang this together?
Yep, they did a
How did
duet
you
cover.
how did you convince Sonic?
I think it's probably because it's a very subtle hint at romance. It's not too in your face.
Mm,
um, so maybe that's why Sonic agreed. It's not too much mushy romance, because we all know Sonic's not the romantic type of guy, but but you could say he indulged Amy in it because Amy wanted him to duet with her, and he's like, okay, okay, I'll do it.
well, color me impressed. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, which leads me to another question about Sonic. Which character of the franchise do you like the most?
Ooh, this one is a pretty easy question. I would have to say Amy Rose herself. I see so much of her in me because I can see her progression and change, throughout the years, and I kind of see myself evolve through the years from when I was like a little girl to now. So I can definitely see the evolutionary change that Amy went through and then what I went through. And of course, I love the fact that she knows how to bake. That's a very great quality to have.
Do you
You
enjoy baking?
Oh yeah, I used to bake with my mom like when I was younger. I think one time my mom and I experimented one time that we actually put like a bit of oatmeal, a bit of oatmeal, and then we put raisin with chocolate chips. And
Mm.
it was actually pretty delicious. I didn't think that combination was gonna work, but it actually ended up tasting very good.
That does sound delicious. And Kevin, do you have? How about this? I'll ask one and I'll let you ask one. Would that
Sure,
work for you?
of course.
All right. Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh, sorry. How did you come up with your username?
Ooh, my username. I remember I got asked this the first time. The first part of it, Leah, is actually kind of you could say it's very similar to my real name, but of course masking it at the same time. Um, then with the middle part of the name Serenity, I've always loved that name. Like, I think it's just it just means like serene and calm, and it's definitely something I wanted to put. And of course, that's why I named my OC Serenity. But I love, I've always loved the name Serenity. It's a very beautiful name. And then of course with Rose, it has to be because of Amy Rose. um,
Really?
because she's my favorite character. So I want to combine all three of those elements for my username.
Every time I hear the name Serenity, I instantly think of the old Sailor Moon dub name Serenity.
Yeah, that could also be a part of it too, because I do love Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was my introduction to the magical girl, so
Magical girls are the best.
That they are.
Fantastic. And speaking of magical girls, what other magical girls series do you enjoy?
Ooh, I remember I watched like Card Captor Sakura. Um, I I also did watch this one's a very underrated anime and it was popular back in the day. It was called Shugo Chara. That one was also another magical girl I loved. Of course, I did mention I love Winx Club.
Hmm.
Winx Club, I grew up with that. I
Which
grew
is,
up.
oh,
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead, Leah.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to ask which of your favorite fairies is your favorite Winx?
Ooh, that's a tough one because they're all very great characters. Um, but I would have to say probably it's Musa because I love that she has music powers, you know. and and what's interesting is that I'm not sure if you know this, Blaze, but she actually has attacks that has Sonic's name in it, actually.
She has a what?
Some of her like attack names have
Oh,
Sonic's
attack.
name.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. In relation to sound.
yeah. So- and
That makes
actually,
sense.
it actually has Sonic's name sometimes. I'm like, oh, this is so weird. I'm hearing Sonic's name in this magical girl.
Oh, for sure. That would be very interesting, and I'm sure he would love to know that.
Yeah.
And you, Kevin?
Hmm. What in particular do you like about Amy as a character that makes her your favorite character?
Ooh, okay. Um, I would say like I love her baking part of her personality. Because like I've always wanted to try more of her sweets, her desserts. And shame on Sonic for not liking Amy's strawberry shortcake.
Agreed.
like, like I love strawberry shortcake, and every time Sonic says that, I'm just like, how dare you? I'm like, you're dissing strawberry shortcake. Um,
Absolutely agreed.
Another part of that I love about Amy is like I love her fashion actually. Like the red dress, the red headband, and then the boots. So I was like, and I'm kind of like, wow, this girl knows how to be fashionable. That's something I admire about Amy. Um, I've seen her other outfits throughout the years too, and I'm just like, wow, this girl is very fashionable.
That is
Um,
true.
like I would say both her and Rouge actually, they're both very fashionable. I think my favorite like most fashionable outfit that Amy wore was in Murder of Sonic. That's like she was so fashionable there.
She was. That was a remarkable dress.
But I would have to say all three of you, like Blaze, you, Amy, and Rouge's outfits, you girls just slayed it.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. I have much to learn with fashion. That's not my expertise. But
Mm.
luckily for me, Garden has a good eye.
Nice.
Which leads me to another question that I have, and of course, it won't leave the server, will it?
It won't.
Okay. So I understand you tend to like Sonic and Amy together, or Son Amy, as many say. Is there a reason why?
Mm, I think it's. I think what I love about them is that they have this interesting dynamic because I know they were inspired by Mickey and Minnie from Disney. I've heard this story, but they said they wanted to add an extra twist where it's more one-sided, where one runs away from the other. So I think what attracts the dynamic, but then of course they changed it now because now looking back, it's kind of like, when is Sonic gonna stop running? But now they kind of, mellowed them out where it's like Sonic's more comfortable around Amy, and you can't really help it because Sega tends to be very, very secretive about it, but they like to tease the Son Amy fans by showing merchandise of the two of them. But I think they just go really well together, like they're technically the colors used in gender reveals when you think about it. Um, but but yeah, I think it's just their dynamic now. Like I think it started in like Sonic Boom where they mellowed her out and then Sonic's more comfortable hanging around her and then, Sega kind of took note of that and then now they're just you know, now they're just mellowing them out and I like their dynamic.
I'm here.
I have to
I'm
agree with
here.
that. Okay, look at
Hi.
here, Tangle.
Oh.
Hi. I'm here.
Hey, you
One
okay?
time. I promise. Everything's great. Everything's fine. You will not
Uh,
believe the day I had.
oh
what
my.
happened?
Well,
How's it going?
Oh, take a breath. Sit down, Tangle.
I'm here.
yeah.
I am.
First off, Tangle, would you like a
fine.
hug? I owe you one.
Yes. Hugs are great. Hugs
Yeah,
are wonderful.
here. Come here. Give me the biggest Tangle hug ever. I need one right now.
Hugs for
We
you.
all need one.
Thanks.
Ugh.
Sorry. Not at full strength right now.
Oh, please sit down and relax. When you're ready, Tangle, we have other questions for Leah, but
Yes.
Kevin and I can take it until you are ready.
Okay. Yes. Ask questions. Wonderful.
Kevin, there is a question for Leah in the chat.
Yeah,
this
could you
is-
read that?
Yes, of course. This is from the Prankster VA. Question for Leah. What panel moment had you dying laughing? It could be a small quote or a reoccurring joke. Also, hi Blaze and Tangle. Lovely to see you too. Good to see you, Prankster. Thank you for coming.
That's a great question, Prankster. I would say, I would have to say it was like a moment in Cartoon Night that bled into the Sonic '06 panel. And it was like, that moment got me laughing because the joke originally came from Cartoon Nights and then it got into the panel. It got snuck into the panel. And they were talking, I think it was like Sonic, Shadow, and Silver talking about like I guess like because they said Sonic is a flicky daddy, and yes, I came up with the joke.
Really? How does the joke go?
Basically what happened, we were watching Sonic Prime season 1 when it first premiered for Cartoon Nights, And it was a cute moment where in the show Sonic was being so he was being so adorable with the flickies, and then I blurted out, Sonic is a flicky daddy, like so fast, and everyone's like, Leah, what did you say? And I said Sonic is a flicky daddy. And that kind of just blew up into a meme, and it went into that panel, and and then Sonic's like, I'm a flicky daddy, and then I think they were talking about in that panel where like Shadow is Mephiles' daddy, and then they told Silver like it's gonna happen to you, Silver. It happens in threes. So that moment got me laughing the most because my joke literally evolved into that. So
Oh, that is funny. Why did we go to that? Next question, besides from Silver being a father, Dino Kaiju asks a question. Oh, I have a question for Leah. Considering you co-host Cartoon Nights, I have to ask, what made Scooby-Doo your favorite cartoon series?
oh, that's a great question, Dino Kaiju. Yes, in case if you didn't know Blaze and Tangle, Scooby Doo is like my favorite cartoon dog of all time, my favorite cartoon series of all time. Especially the OG Scooby Doo, where are you? That is sacred to me. I love Scooby Doo because well, what's interesting is that my mom actually watched it when she was a little girl, and then she found out I love Scooby Doo, so we pretty much bond over Scooby Doo. um, and 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 you gotta admit, Scooby is a very adorable dog. Like I wish I could have he and Shaggy's like metabolism because they can eat a lot. They probably give Sonic a run for his money if anything.
Oh, yes, that would be great.
Hmm. But yeah, I think what gave Scooby Doo its charm is because of the laugh track. Kind of like laugh tracks that you hear in like, it's laughs that you hear in like when you watch a sitcom. You can hear like the audience laughing, but literally in Scooby Doo, it's a laugh track. And I think that's what gave the show its charm because sure it has the spooky aspect, but it does have like a lot of comedic moments. And
Yeah,
and
Scooby Doo is one of the funniest cartoons out there, I think.
yeah, and it's still running to this day. They have like so many iterations at this point. They have like live action, they have Lego, they have video games, they have like direct to video DVDs, and stuff like it's a very big phenomenal. Like I think they celebrated 50 years back in 2019 when I went to when they were celebrating 50 years, so it's probably more now.
I think that in the episode "What a Night for a Night," the very first episode of Scooby Doo, Where Are You? For whatever reason, the laugh track just makes it even funnier.
Yeah. Like um yeah, because I know when we had the Cartoon Nights Scooby Doo Where Are You marathon, I literally made the joke about, hey, it's Sonic and the Black Knight but Scooby Doo style. um
Actually, yeah. Now
um
that you mention it.
yeah. For those who don't know, the first villain of Scooby Doo ever is the Black Knight. I know. Sonic also has a Black Knight. That's why I made the joke, but yeah, Scooby Doo's adorable. It's like it just makes me wonder if he and Shaggy can out eat Sonic. In a food eating contest.
That would be difficult, I'd imagine. How about Vector?
Ooh.
I don't think anybody beats Vector. Like, I think they would do okay against Sonic, but Vector?
He's like a vacuum.
Yeah. I don't know where it all goes. Like, what? His mouth is literally bigger than the rest of his body. How does it fit all that in his stomach?
Great question.
But I would say, Scooby and Shaggy could keep up with Vector because they eat every 5 to 10 minutes, if anything. Like it's like weird. Like every time I watch like an episode of like, the common Scooby-Doo cartoons, they're always eating something, and I'm just like, wow, you guys must have very, very, very fast metabolism to eat every 5 to 10 minutes or something. Like they always have something in their hand to eat.
I mean, they're always running. Usually
That
running
is
away
true.
from something, but they're always running.
That's
Fear
true.
burns calories.
Yeah, exactly.
True. Because that's something I admire about Scooby and Shaggy. I'm just like, I wish I had their metabolism.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Dino Kaiju has a quip remark. Eating contest with Sonic, Vector, Shaggy, Scooby, and maybe Goku? Sign me up. That would be a very interesting contest.
That I pay to see.
That's what
Who
Prankster
would
says as
win
well.
an eating contest? Sonic and Vector versus Shaggy and Scooby.
And
Ooh.
Goku, apparently.
I don't know anything about Goku, unfortunately. I just know those four.
I'm the same. But apparently they must eat a lot.
Yeah, that's my guess. If they're being lumped into the same group.
Interesting. Well, I guess the world will never know. Well,
Or will it? Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And Kevin Tangle, do you have a question?
Yeah, Tangle, now that you're here and settled down, how about you ask a question?
Well, actually, the prankster had a question in the chat, which I will ask now because I see it. Okay. To Leah, regarding cartoon nights, what was your absolute favorite theme you've done and hosted? I love participating in it. I would love to be in it more.
Ooh, oh my gosh, we have done so many at this point. For those who don't know, I am one of the Revo's Cartoon Night co-hosts with Gokin-san. Shout out to him. We've been doing this for almost 2 years. It's going to be 2 years in November this year. So, but we have done so many themes. Oh wait, I think my most favorite one. I think my two favorite ones. The first one has to be PBS night because we had a lot of fun learning because I'm not sure if you know about PBS Tangle Blaze.
PBS was great. PBS is wonderful. PBS has some of the best shows out there. Cyber Chase. Everyone loves a good Cyber Chase. Everyone loves a good Daniel Tiger. You can't argue.
But we actually had Red Card, who actually tunes in pretty often to actually contribute by making, the public broadcasting funding thing before they start the show in PBS. Yeah, they Gokin actually asked Red Card to do that, and Red Card actually animated it himself, and he actually
cool.
and he voiced over it. He voiced over it with his own voice. And Gokin gave him the dialogue to say it because, of course, he changed it for Revo, and people enjoyed it. So that was also a great contributing factor. And then, of course, during when we were like on a break during the PBS night, pretty much Gokin broke Fang. It was in the funniest way possible because Gokin showed Sonic's schoolhouse. And of course Sonic X on the Leapster. Apparently Sonic X had like a Leapster game. But that broke Fang that night. So that's definitely one of my favorites. And the other one, Kevin, I think we did talk about this in the 10-year anniversary, 10 years of Sonic Revolution live stream, was when it was the animated movies and we were watching Pokemon the movie 2000. And Goku and Faye were like, you could say they were snap cubing the entirety of that movie, and Fang just kept making fried chicken jokes, if anything. And if you want to know the context, Tangle Blaze. The reason Fang made the fried chicken joke was pretty much the movie is about like the legendary birds of Pokemon, Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno, and they're like fighting.
I'm familiar.
So yeah, so he started making fried chicken jokes, and then he and Goken just were pretty much fan dubbing pretty much the entirety of that movie during animated movies. The most recent one we did. So yeah, those are my two favorite cartoon nights.
Oh, the memes that came out of that. Beautiful.
I love it. Also, Dino Kaiju has another question, which is very important to me, so I'm going to read it now because it is important to me. Do you consider Amy as a magical girl in a way, considering how she uses tarot cards and how she travels at max speed in Sonic Frontiers? I have opinions. Leah, what do you think?
Oh my gosh. That's very interesting. I actually do consider her a magical girl when you think about it in that way. Like literally Cardcaptor Sakura does uses cards. So I
Amy
could
lacks the magical girl transformation. That is an important part of the magical girl. You gotta have the transformation sequence.
yeah, like for sure. That's the thing she's lacking, but oh my gosh, Tangle, have you seen the fan cover comic that was released on the Revo socials? It was pretty recent. I think it was like yesterday.
I don't think I saw that.
There was one of the like cover A literally has Amy dressed as Cardcaptor Sakura.
Good. Good. Checks out. Go. Get yourself. So go into Tails' invention to get a magical girl transformation like I did, and then be Cardcaptor Sakura. I support this for Amy.
Yeah, that's definitely something we could ask Amy. It's like, um, but yeah, from my opinion,
somebody
yeah.
please make a fan animation with Amy doing a transformation into Cardcaptor Sakura. I would love you forever.
Please do.
I think Amy would love you forever.
Amy would also love you forever, but also magical girl transformations.
Doom the meme queen. If you hear this, do it.
Animation. I didn't know she animated.
Oh
Good for her.
yeah.
Very talented.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So,
that's-
what
oh,
next?
go ahead,
What do you do now?
Tangle. I think it's my turn for a question.
Go.
What is a Sonic character you haven't drawn but you would like to?
Ooh, that's a great question, Blaze. That is a great question because there's just so many Sonic characters at this point. Do, 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 do. I would say the character I haven't really drawn that often, but I would like to draw more would probably be Big. I actually drew him.
Interesting.
It's very rare that I draw Big, but let me go get the one I actually did. I actually did this cute like Team Rose art piece, and they're like dressed as Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Let me go get it.
Ooh.
It's a really cute art piece. And then of
That's
course
right. Oh, I'm sorry, Leah. Go ahead.
Nope, that's the wrong one. Aha. Let me just go save this image. Then I can go share my screen so you guys can see which one I'm talking about.
Show us art. Show us art. Art.
Tangle, how are you feeling?
I ran for 15 whole minutes to get here.
Oh,
Oh no.
May or may not owe Ron a good 100 gold rings. Maybe, possibly.
oh, really?
I tried to fix it. I did. I promise. I tried. But maybe in trying to fix it, I may or may not have made it worse, hypothetically. Of course, it's entirely hypothetical. Not like any of that ever actually happened. Of course not.
Oh, you were rushing to come back to the panel and that hypothetical thing happened?
No, that's not something I would ever do. I'm very careful in every single thing that I do. I would never not see Ron in his car passing in front of me and crash directly into it and accidentally get inside of it and roll it down the hill and crash into a tree. I would never do that, ever, not once.
Interesting. Tangle, let's chat after this. I
About
might be
what?
able to help.
Oh, okay. I mean, of course, it's entirely hypothetical. I would never do anything like that. Ooh,
Hypothetical indeed.
pretty picture.
Yes.
Here it
yes.
is. I just want to see, is the audience able to see it, or?
Yeah, I'm looking at it from the, oh wait, no, from the, art thing you can't.
There we go.
There you go. So this is the art piece where I actually drew big, but I have him just
see.
He looks
I-
snazzy.
yeah. I put him as goofy because I think it just makes sense.
I think it suits him.
This is
Yeah.
this is a Kingdom Hearts reference. I'm
Yeah,
not
this is
as
definitely Kingdom
acquainted.
Hearts.
Yep.
I don't know your pop culture as well. I'm sure Silver would know.
I'm surprised. I thought you knew Disney pretty okay.
Silver's teaching me. He knows everything. I'm acquainted with it.
Got it.
I really
Yes.
like the
So-
detail.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
thanks.
it's the zipper in particular is really well done.
Yeah, I had to make sure I was getting all the details because normally, when you look at their outfits, you just see, oh, like the long turtleneck and then the vest and then the pants and the shoes and the hat,
Mhm.
but I actually literally had to pay attention to all of the details, so that's why I had to add the zipper, on it. And of course with Amy, I actually made her own Kingdom Hearts outfit, that seems more suitable for her
Yeah,
because
that checks out.
so I made it more like like fuchsia, if anything. And of course I have adorable Cream here dressed up as Donald Duck.
I think blue is very
Yeah,
fitting
blue
for
is very
Cream.
much her color. She looks really good in it. I would never have thought to put cream in blue.
Yeah.
And then again, I am no fashion person.
Oh, I'm not either.
Mm-hmm.
But you're so fashionable. What are you talking about?
Well, I have people to recommend things for me, so
That's true. You have people for everything.
essentially. And I'm grateful. I need it.
But yeah, this particular art piece was actually a reference to Kingdom Hearts Recoded cover art, and it's literally the characters are exactly like that, the poses and everything, and even the cube thing that they're sitting on, it's based off of that too. So
Cool.
That's
And-
fantastic.
and it's quite interesting because this literally deals with like digital, and pretty much like it's pretty much something similar to Sonic Frontiers, with the cyber stuff, but it's different at the same time.
That makes
I
sense.
know a little bit about Kingdom Hearts, but not as much as I should. This looks really cool.
Oh, thanks. And of course, I actually replaced the Kingdom Key, and I actually gave Amy her own Keyblade. Let me go get that other art piece because I actually made an art piece where Amy has her own Keyblade. I'm trying to remember what I named her because every Keyblade has like a different name to it. Trying to remember what it was though.
As you pull
Um,
that up, many people in the chat are commenting on the piece. They
Yeah,
say
they're all saying it's
beautiful,
really cool looking.
amazing. Yes.
oh,
As right they should, because it is.
oh. Um, let me go get this one so you can see with my OC. Um, my OC also has her own keyblade. Let me go. Let me go bring that up. Um, yeah, just gonna share with the new photo. Um, here it is. Here is Amy's keyblade that I made for her.
Oh, that's neat.
Ooh,
It's
that
pulling
is
up in
neat.
the.
I love the hammer references.
Yes.
It's less a keyblade and more like a key bash, I guess. I assume you hit people with it rather than do the slicey thing, swoosh swoosh, more like a bang bang thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I actually had the hammer in mind when I was Yeah. I actually did do Station of Awakenings. Do you guys want to see that one too?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Actually, Dino Kaiju is asking about that very piece. Is this what he says? Is this what inspired you to do the Station Awakening artworks that you did, Leah?
Yes, actually. Like, I'm also a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. Like, I've been a fan ever since the very first game. I never thought they would fuse two different, you could say, like two different, like franchises, because they actually merged Final
Right.
Fantasy and Disney.
Right.
So it's like you would think it would never work, but it actually works. um, let me go pull up one of the Station of Awakenings.
While you pull that up, and I'm so sorry if I say this wrong. Stolen Urchin 976 says, "Won't lie, I don't know much about Kingdom Hearts. I'm definitely more of an FF. Is that Tangle? Is that
That's
Final
Fantasy. FF is Final Fantasy.
I'm definitely more of a Final Fantasy person, but that does look amazing."
Ooh, I think this one you'll like, Blaze.
Oh,
Let me go pull it up. Let me, let me go pull this up. There you go. I actually did this cute one of you in silver.
oh my goodness,
Oh, that's so
beautiful.
pretty.
Oh.
Oh, I remember that. I love it.
It's like stained glass almost.
That is stunning.
Yeah, that's the whole point of a Station of Awakening. It's like a mosaic stained glass. I think that's the best way um I think that's the best way I can word it, if anything. So, but yeah, I'm trying to remember. I gave this a title, but I do not remember the man. The title of the Station of Awakening is like slipping my mind right now. um, but yeah, I actually did this special one. You know.
It's beautiful. You'll have to show it to Silver.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let me go get the other ones because I did other ones as well. I did let me see.
Didn't you do a Sonic and Amy one too, if I remember right?
Oh, I did like several of those, Kevin. um I'll show this. I'll show their boom selves. It's one of my I'm proud of that one actually. It's one of my and I'll show the Frontiers one I did too. Let me go get that one. But first, let's let's stop sharing screen so I can go get the next image so you guys can.
Please, you should put that in the castle.
Yes,
I
yes, you
see.
should. I was
You
just
should
thinking
make
the same
you
thing.
should
It
make
would look
that
very
stained glass
beautiful.
window a point of honor in your castle.
You know, I do have the art museum in the castle.
You have an art museum in
Ooh.
the. There's so much of your castle that I haven't seen yet.
Oh,
You have an
yes,
art museum?
we do. Yes.
That's so cool. A whole
Beautiful.
museum in the place that you live. Jewel would be so happy.
Jewel, I'm sure, would appreciate it very much.
Ooh, this is also pretty.
Oh.
This should also go in a place of honor somewhere.
And,
Oh.
and Sonic and Amy are wearing different outfits than what I'm used to seeing them in.
I feel
Is
like I've
that
seen
new?
Sonic in this before.
Really?
Am I making that up, Leah? It looks familiar to me.
Yeah, this is their you could say their boom counterparts.
Got it.
You know what? With all the dimension traveling, I'm not surprised there's something like this out there.
Mhm.
I've heard about the Boomiverse. It feels like a weird place.
Yes, I would think you're correct.
I hear no one has any brain cells there.
That
all.
I've also heard.
I have heard
Yeah.
that everyone is dumb.
Yes.
Oh, if you own that is only the half of it, to put it lightly.
Oh, there's another one. That's lovely. Is it Frontiers related?
Yes, it is.
These are beautiful. I love the glitch.
Ah, yes. This was referencing the scene on Kronos Island where Amy's sitting in a poppy flower field, and Sonic is there to comfort her. So I kind of recreated that scene, and I'm and pretty much if you kind of see the two ancients, those are the two lover Cocos actually.
Oh, yes.
Um, and if you want to know, Blaze, you know, in that first art piece I showed that I'm super proud of, those are the actual two lover Cocos in the actual, um, I guess, in their rock form, you could say.
Oh, I see. There seems to be a lot of romantic undertone to this game.
um, like I immediately caught on to it, and I was like, you know what? Since I have better context, let's actually make this as a Station of Awakening. So I did.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm proud of for sure.
That's
It's lovely.
fantastic.
It's really pretty.
Aw.
I don't really know anything about this game. Actually, either of these games because I haven't finished Frontiers yet. But yeah, this is gorgeous and deserves a place of honor in a museum somewhere.
Agreed.
Oh, but yeah, that's the artworks for now.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Let's see. That was my question, Kevin and Tangled. Do you have anything?
I think it's your turn, Tangle, since you
Oh,
haven't
it's my
asked a question yet.
My turn! Yay! Okay. What is the hardest project that you've ever worked on?
Oh, the hardest project to work on? Oh, okay. That one is I would say that one is pretty easy to answer. For those that don't know, as you know, Revo this year actually had a Kickstarter, and I was worked a lot during the time of the Kickstarter because I had to get all those graphics under tight deadlines. And it's probably one of the biggest projects I've ever did in my graphic design career, actually. So I would say doing all of the Kickstarter stuff and then getting those posted on the Revo socials at the same time.
Was it just
Um,
because of the time crunch, or was the actual making of them difficult?
I think it was more like we had to pump out these graphics in a tight time constraint. I would say. It was like the first time I was like really I had to work extra hard, to get those graphics out. And there are times, of course, when I felt, stressed, I had to like, take breaks. Taking breaks helps. So
Of course, yeah.
yeah,
Very
so
important.
yeah, so definitely the Kickstarter stuff for Revo. Definitely the hardest project.
I would imagine that would be difficult.
hmm
But you should be proud of yourself. I mean, look at the results and how they came out. It's great.
Yeah, like I have to give props to Sega Mew. When at first I wasn't sure how to tackle this project. I was like, okay. But then unfortunately, I had artist block. The worst thing to come at the worst timing. But luckily, Sega Mew was my savior. She gave me all of the creative direction, what she wanted it to look like, and that's when it sparked my to get me out of my artist block. So I have to give huge props and shout out to Sega Mew.
Yay!
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
hmm
Sagamu, I do hear great things about.
Yeah. Like Sega Mew was like the MVP. Like she is the Kickstarter manager, so she was really putting all of her effort into it, and it really boosted Revo's presence. So gotta give props,
Good,
shout out
as
to
right
her.
it should. I'm
hmm
I'm really excited about Revo.
hmm
Yes, it will be fantastic. And as Prankster, the Prankster VA says, it must be hard to run, but teamwork and enough determination can help you overcome it.
Oh yes,
I am not going to break into song, but yes.
that is an actual true fact because whenever I had to work on other stuff, I know I can rely on Kevin, Chris to post during that. Like, remember that time, Kevin, during when the Kickstarter was going on, when I couldn't post stuff sometimes because I had to work on other stuff
Oh,
for
oh yeah.
like.
And as Sonic would say, because I can't help myself, we showed them the real power of teamwork. Okay, I'm done.
But it is a true untrue fact. Like, if it wasn't for Kevin, Josh, and Chris, posting in my place because I had to work on stuff with Sega Me for the Kickstarter, oh my gosh, I would have been like, so like mentally exhausted. So kudos props to them. Um, they made it a lot easier for me, so at least I can manage all of the projects I was given for the Kickstarter. So yeah, the Kickstarter definitely the hardest project.
I'd imagine. Graphic design, I hear, takes a lot of work.
Oh yes, it does. Like I know for a fact, when I was studying graphic design at the university, I had a super tough typography professor. She was super tough.
You
The
always
very
gotta have one.
hmm But she really pushed me, to like push the boundaries, because sometimes you just need that little push and then you can really unlock your true potential, as a designer. So I got to give props shout out to my professor, my typography professor in specific.
I'm
um
glad that your relationship ended well, despite her being difficult.
Oh no, it was like a good difficult. It's kind of like she pushes you, to really get your design creativity out, like like every time whenever I'm putting text on any of my graphics for Revo, I always take into mind every advice she has given me. Like if I see if the letters are too close, I will put space in between each letter. um
Understandable.
so that's how her impact has really helped me as a designer. And it has helped Revo's presence. So I really gotta that the fact that the Revo's Twitter has surpassed 8K followers. So we have reached 8K followers for
Woo!
Revo's Twitter. So
Congratulations.
yeah, it was pretty stagnant for a while, and then until when we started doing the actual promoting the convention itself, that's when it really upped the following. So so yeah.
That's fantastic. And actually, if you don't mind me changing subjects, Dino Kaiju has another question. Another question, he says. What is one location from Sonic's world would you like to visit?
Oh my gosh, that's a tough one. There's like so many. Like because I love to travel and see different places. So this is definitely a tough question. But if I were to visit, hmm, I would say, do, 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 do. I would say probably Spagonia. I like the vibe of that place actually. Um, yeah, yeah, I would say Spagonia.
It is a beautiful place.
What
Yeah.
is Spagonia?
Oh, it's a city nearby where Sonic lives.
I have not been there, and now I must go. I love cities. Cities are
I
so fun.
recommend
There's
it.
so many things to go around and look at. There's so many things to absolutely not break. It's a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And for sure, I would love to try that chocolate Sundae Supreme. Oh my gosh,
Excuse me, what?
I think you
um,
got her attention.
Excuse me, what? Hi.
um,
What?
okay. There is a place that has an ice cream. Like is it like the ice cream vendor, Kevin?
What?
I think so. Oh dear, I think Tangle getting excited. Continue.
What? I am totally I'm totally normally excited about this. Entirely, totally normally.
I'm trying to
Please
think.
tell me more.
Okay, it's a very. Let me go get an image of it actually, because it's
That
just
sounds
really
like a great and perfect idea. Yes, definitely you should get a picture of it.
because like I don't know, it has a lot of toppings on it.
Excuse me, what?
It has a lot of toppings.
Oh my god. Show
Okay,
me.
I will
Show
put
me
it.
the ice cream.
I
I'm
will
sure
just.
you'll enjoy it, Tangle.
I will just put it here in the chat. I put it in the chat for in here. That's the.
In the chat, in the chat, in the chat.
For those
There
who
are
cannot
so many
see
chats.
it, for those who cannot see it, it's an ice cream cone with it appears ice cream, whipped toppings, chocolate covered strawberries, multiple flavors of ice cream, Pocky sticks, a waffle cone, and I presume a banana.
That looks like a banana, yes. But it also has chocolate. It is ice cream with chocolate covered strawberries. Oh my god. Where did you say you can find this?
I think it's in.
Begonia.
Excuse me as I book my tickets right now.
You know you want it, Tangle.
Yes, I do. Have I not been clear? Have I not been clear? Yes, I want this.
But yeah, it's the one that Sonic did eat in Sonic Unleashed. I don't even know if he ever finished it, but he did get it with Chip, I guess, just to indulge him, if anything.
I don't know
As
if I could
right he
finish
should.
that. That's a lot.
Oh, oh yeah, Tangle. You would get along with Chip because he loves chocolate as well. So
I mean, chocolate is great. I love chocolate. It is more that it is sweet and it is sugary, and I enjoy sweet and sugar. I just enjoy that. Give me the sugar, and I will be happy. Sugar makes everybody happy, and I am totally normal about sugar.
Oh,
Mhm.
but yeah, I would say Spagonia.
Yeah, now I want to go to Spagonia too. Kevin, can we go to Spagonia?
Look,
Kevin, please.
yes, look,
Please,
I
Kevin.
look. I'll take you there, and I'll get you that Sunday
Thank
Supreme
you,
deal.
Kevin.
You're
You let
welcome.
me go to all the fun places, and I love you for it.
You got it.
Don't take Marine with you, though.
Uh-oh.
Why not? Why should Marine not come with us?
Well, I think if she sees that ice cream and the sugar and C combination, I
But
don't think
what
it
if
would be
you
pretty.
come and babysit her? We make it an adventure.
I can hardly contain her with a full navy. I don't think it would be a good idea. If we want
Is the ice cream
Spagonia to be still
scarier than the
standing.
full navy?
I think it's the sugar and the ocean combination with marine. Those three put together is a terrible combination.
Is that scarier than Marine with the full navy?
Well, the navy can't contain her.
Incredible.
So I think we'll keep her far from that place.
I need to hang out with Marine at some point.
We have been saying that. We need to
I
have
know,
that
we
happen.
just still haven't done it. Kevin, we need to make that happen.
Yes, we do.
When
We
Revo
need-
is done, we should talk. Whose turn is it now to ask questions? Kevin, is it yours?
Yeah. Let's see. Of all the Sonic VAs you've met, who's the one VA you haven't met but you really want to, and why?
Ooh, it's a great question. Yeah, I've met a lot of the official Sonic VAs. They're all pretty nice and generous. I would say I would totally love to meet Dan Green because after Rebo in person, he's like the only Knuckles voice I haven't met. I I will be meeting Scott Dreer, so that's like the third Knuckles VA because I have met Travis Willingham and Dave B. Mitchell. So Scott Dreer is going to be the third Knuckles voice VA I'm going to meet. So definitely Dan Green is one of them. I definitely want to meet Erica Lindbeck, the most recent Blaze VA, which is also ironic because she actually voices in Final Fantasy VII remake, quote unquote fun fact. And also another fun fact, if you guys didn't know, Dave B. Mitchell, who's the current voice of Knuckles, actually voices in FF7 Rebirth as well. um, so yeah, I actually found out, I'm trying to think. I think, yeah, Dan Green, Erica Lindbeck, oh wait, Kevin, I think you'll like this one. A Sonic VA I've always wanted to meet is REM's VA.
Oh yeah, I like to meet her too.
Like, she's definitely one that's on my list. So yeah, those are the VAs I actually anticipating to meet. Um, but as I said, both Erica Lindbeck and well, actually, yeah, Erica Lindbeck, Dave B. Mitchell. This is also a surprising one. Cindy Robinson, the current voice of Amy, actually voices in FF7 Rebirth as like background characters. And I immediately recognized her voice when I was watching the walkthrough of the game. So kudos. There are some Sonic VAs who voice in FF7 Rebirth. I'm just letting you guys know that.
Sweet.
Yeah, so those are the VAs the ones I want to meet.
They are very talented people.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to meet many of the official ones, but they're all really, really good at what they do.
Agreed.
It's like it's through their voice, like you already understand the characters' archetypes and personalities, and they do such an amazing and phenomenal job.
Look, good voice actors, I admire the heck out of really good voice actors.
I agree. Well, I have a question for you, Leah. This is one of my favorite questions to ask artists. Do you have Easter eggs that you like to hide in your pictures?
Oh, that is an interesting question, actually. Hmm. That is a great question. I would say let me go show this one. Wait. Oh yes, okay. Ooh, this one. Okay, let me go get this image and I'll explain why this is a good one that kind of hints at Easter eggs. Okay, let me go share my. All right. This art piece.
Beautiful. Tell me about it. Lots of
Okay.
Sonic and Amy, I see.
Yeah. Basically, it's very ironic that this art piece was actually used for Amy's cover of You're My Hero from Sonic 3D Blast. She actually sang on her birthday last year. So this was a special cover. And if you kind of notice the four bubbles, these were actually featured in the No Promises to Keep cover that Amy sung this year in celebration of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. All four of those images in the bubbles.
Oh, cool.
And if you watch the No Promises to Keep, like whichever version, because there is an animated version where I actually put like poppy petals floating while she's singing. And pretty much all four of those images are actually there during the instrumental part of the song cover, actually. So that's kind of like an Easter egg, you could say.
Ah, I see.
That's so cool.
Very clever.
Yeah, like I actually thought about it. I was like, huh, maybe we can connect this to this, you know? And we actually showed the No Promises to Keep animated cover for the Sonic and Amy 2 panel in Revo. And oh my gosh, Blaze Tangle, I wish you were there because Sonic was actually crying.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Sonic crying? He never
Yes,
cries.
he cried. He won't admit it, but he cried.
Aww.
Oh,
The first thing I noticed is that
He does care. He does
is
have feelings sometimes.
in the discussion chat, he put a gif of himself shedding tears, from
Sonic.
and stuff, and the audience caught wind of it pretty fast, and they're like, "Sonic, are you okay?" And they're like, "Dude, are you crying?"
oh.
And of course, as we all know, Sonic tried to mask it, but we can hear sniffling while he was saying that it was beautiful.
It
I'll
must
need to
have
listen
been.
back to this panel. I need this for blackmail. I mean, to know my friends better.
I'm just tripping over the saran wrap. Wasn't enough.
Look, I gotta have enough to get back at him when he inevitably gets me back for the saran wrap.
Oh, but yeah, that's the Easter egg. Like, if you didn't notice, these four images were actually referenced in that animated cover of No Promises to Keep on my YouTube channel. So,
Cool.
hmm
This is fantastic.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I love your art, Leah.
Oh, thanks, Tangle.
I
I
think
appreciate.
my favorite part about your pieces are the backgrounds. I really enjoy the skyscapes you do.
I
Yeah,
have
your
to agree with her
skyscapes
on
are
that.
beautiful.
Like the artist's worst thing to do is always the backgrounds. I didn't do backgrounds before. I just did simple like drawing the characters and didn't really care much for the backgrounds. But then when I started doing backgrounds, I could see why so much work.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth it. And if you wanted to know, the Supersonic and Amy one in the bottom right there underneath that one was actually used for A Whole New World, and of course, Sonic and Amy sung that one too.
How have you been convincing Sonic to do these covers? It's been, I'd
Yeah.
imagine one, but at least four, I see.
um,
Never
I
doubt the temptation of a chili dog.
yeah, that's
Did
what.
you... Go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, we yeah, you could say we've been tempting Sonic with chili dogs, you know.
Interesting.
The
Look,
best
if
way
it works, it works. If you need to bribe the man, you bribe the man.
to um but yeah, this is like the Easter egg, you could say. And it was brought into that cover with so much heart. And the fact, like I said, it made Sonic cry. I think it just shows volumes, if you know what I mean.
Sure. That's beautiful. And I love the color scheme here. The blue and the pink.
Yeah, it's so Amy, and the blue is a really good contrast.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The warm and cool colors.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, Tangle, I'll let you take it from here.
Okay,
Yeah?
I'll take the next one. Hold on, let me open my list. My list of questions. I closed it to look at the chat. Oh wait, actually, from the chat there was a question. It was a Dino Kaiju question. One second, where did it go? This is what I get for trying to look at multiple things at once.
Oh, I think
Here
I
it is.
have it. Go
Dino
ahead, Tangle.
Kaiju asks, you mentioned your favorite Sonic character, but what is your favorite Sonic game?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a great question. I would have to say Frontiers. Um, I truly enjoyed the game. I finished the base game. Like, I had I had like a blast, like exploring the islands, and everything. And it's like, oh, this is definitely how I can definitely see exploration in a Sonic game. They did such an amazing job of doing that. So I would say, yeah, Frontiers. I would say it kind of gave me a lot of Kingdom Hearts vibes because Kingdom Hearts also has that exploration aspect. So I think that's probably the reason why I love Frontiers a lot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Plus all of those romantic undertones we were discussing earlier.
Yeah. For those who haven't played Kingdom Hearts, I highly recommend it. It's very easy to pick up on the gameplay mechanics, and everything. And and of course, like if you don't know this, every Kingdom Hearts game is canon. that's the um that's the thing you have to know. Even their mobile games technically canon. um so yeah, that's your fun fact for the day. Every Kingdom Hearts game is canon.
I love that.
Mhm.
Kevin, do you have a question?
Let's see. So, of all the Sonic VAs that you have met, which one was like the biggest dream come true moment?
That's a great question.
Oh my gosh. That is a great question. Oh my. Um, I would have to say all of them. Like I can't choose because it's like um there's like all of them gave me great memories if anything. Like meeting Jason Griffith, like that was my childhood Sonic because as I mentioned earlier, I grew up watching Sonic X. And he was the very first Sonic voice I've listened to, and I loved his take on Sonic's voice. So again, finally getting to meet him last year was such a dream come true. Um, and yeah, like I literally got to meet my two generations of Sonic and EVA, if anything. Got to meet Jason and Lisa and Roger and Cindy. Like like I love the way that Roger and Cindy like bounce off each other as well. Like um and and I would say probably the one that was like that caught me off guard was probably Wally Wingert. I believe Kevin, I told you this story, but Tangled Blaze, this is going to be your first time hearing this. When I actually met Wally Wingert at the 25th anniversary party that was like back in 2016 in San Diego. And I got to meet Wally Wingert. He was super nice. Then when I went to the Sonic VA signing in Burbank, he was there. So when I got to meet him again, because that was my second time actually, he actually said this to me. He's like, "You look familiar." And I'm like, "I do?" He's like, "Yeah, you were at that 25th anniversary party, weren't you?" I'm like, and then I was like, "Yeah, how did you remember that?" It's like, it's like, I was like, "How could I forget a smile like yours?" I'm like,
Aww.
Oh,
"Oh."
that is so sweet.
Cute.
So that caught me off guard. That was the first time an actual VA said that. So that caught me off guard. I was just like, I'm sorry, what? How did he remember from that long ago? That was like several years ago, if anything. Um, but yeah, but I have to say all of them, but the most stood out to me was like it was like Wally Winger, and you could say it was also with Cindy because I told Kevin this story. I actually did like a Discord video call with Doom the Meme Queen last year at the Sonic VA signing, and she was very stunned to be doing a video call and talking to Cindy Robinson. So that one was very memorable. But yeah, but overall all of them, they were all um they're all just so nice, and all of them were all different experiences.
It's always amazing to meet such inspirational people.
For sure.
Especially the ones that you grew up with too. And like they were your childhood voices.
Mhm.
Well, the prankster VA also has a question. Question for Leah. Since you adore making covers for the channel, which one was your favorite? I love it when these characters take the stage for singing.
Oh my gosh, that is like picking your favorite child. um, oh, that one, that's definitely a tough question. Um, in case if you didn't know Tangle and Blaze, Sonic and Knuckles actually did a duet cover.
Really?
That was the one from the Tangled series, right?
Yep.
I unironically love that series, and it's not just because of the name.
um, I'll have to say that one was pretty fun to do with Sonic and Knuckles. Like they bounce off each other so well. Like I did not expect them to come up with funny banter in that song.
You didn't? That seems
um
very Sonic and Knuckles.
oh no. Oh no, like I truly enjoyed it because it's like they brought that funny banter themselves. Like they thought all of that themselves. uh I just told them, hey, just come up with like some funny banter that could make sense in the song, and they did the work. So that one is definitely something I'm proud of. I would say also the of course the Simple and Clean. That one was the very first one. Trying to okay. Let me go check because um mm, I would yeah, Simple and Clean, Buddy Song. I would say also No Promises to Keep because that was the very first time I utilized my um animation skill. Like if you want to know how I did the poppy petals floating in that animated version of the cover, I actually had to animate, I think it was like 20 something seconds of the entire animation, and I just loop it in that cover.
Oh, I see.
And since, since it was exported as a video, I had to make the background transparent just so you don't have to see the white background attached to it. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm proud of. Those covers for sure.
That is fantastic. Well, and that leads me to another question. What is a cover you've always wanted to do but haven't done it yet? And what characters would you have sing that cover?
Ooh. uh, I definitely want to get more villain characters singing because I think it's very interesting, because Disney has a lot of great villain songs. Um, like of course there's the one sung by Scar in The Lion King, Be Prepared. There's also the one sung by Dr. Facilier in The Princess and the Frog, Friends on the Other Side. Um, yeah, like definitely more villain type of song covers. That would be an interesting, twist for sure. Like I said, the villains have like probably the best songs in Disney.
That is true. Have you ever thought about having a hero character singing a villain song?
Oh, that's interesting idea, Blaze. um, that's definitely something I will consider. But I know for sure I do want to do more villain character singing because probably I think the only villain that's sung so far is Rosie. And I think the most recent one was like Rosie and Scourge. So, um, and they sung It's Terror Time Again from Scooby Doo on Zombie Island.
Let's see. Well, at least the villains, they always keep things interesting.
That's a word for it. I suppose you could use interesting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I am trying to also do different dynamics, other than like the usual Sonic, Tails, Knuckles and Amy. I'm trying to do other characters as well. So um I do have like if you're up for it, Tangle, I do have a song in mind that you and
Hi,
Jewel
yes, hello.
for you and Jewel to sing.
I'm in.
So I'm trying to do different dynamics. But yeah, but I know. Oh wait, another song cover I forgot to mention that I was also proud of was the Stronger Together when you sang with Silver Blaze.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you both sang that so beautifully and you captured the essence of the song from the Miraculous movie. Like both of you aced that song. Like all of the comments were like, "Oh my gosh, captured you two captured this song very well, and it's exactly the exact mood of the song and tone from the movie. So from the miraculous movie, so people were applauding you in silver.
Well, I'm glad they were able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And Tangle, I understand you do have a wonderful voice.
I mean, I wouldn't call it wonderful or anything, but I can carry a tune. You also have a wonderful voice, Blaze. We've sung together twice.
That is true. Yes, I can also carry a tune, and between the two of us, we both can carry a tune.
Yes, carrying tunes. Go us!
Go us.
But anyway, what was that song you wanted me and Jewel to do? Because I will contact her about it. Unironically.
It's basically from Sophia the First, and it's called I think All You Need, and it's sung by Sophia. And
Send it to me at some point.
yeah, it's a really cute song, and it's something I can definitely see you and Jewel singing.
Hey, hey, she's got to get out of that stuffy restoration HQ every now and then.
That's
Sometimes she's
true.
gotta. She doesn't want to. She keeps saying she's got paperwork to do. But what fun is that?
Does
There's
Jewel-
things in life besides paperwork, Jewel.
Does Jewel enjoy singing?
She does, actually.
Really?
She and I have actually talked about wanting to do a cover, but that conversation kind of dropped off after a little bit. I should pick it back up again.
Oh, you both should. I'd love to hear you both sing.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so hopefully I'm trying to do more variety characters this time around, but sometimes I'll slip in the occasional Amy because Amy has a beautiful singing voice.
She does.
She
It's so
does.
pretty.
Well, Kevin, I believe it is your turn.
Let's see here. So, what is your dream con that you always wanted to go to?
Ooh, the Dream Convention?
Yes.
I would say New York Comic Con because I've heard that's pretty big. Like, and they have like and I've seen they have a lot of pretty exciting panels over there. So definitely New York Comic Con because I heard that one's pretty big too. So, of course, the biggest one is San Diego Comic Con because that's where it started. But New York Comic Con definitely.
And Kevin, I understand you are also a big con goer.
Yes, I love going to conventions.
Yeah, I feel like every other time I talk to you, you're at a con.
Yeah, we just at MomoCon about a month ago.
How was that this year?
It was great. Like all the VA from the Amazing Digital Circus were there, and from Hell of a Boss, and they had Jason Griffin and Kurt Thornton, who's now voice of Shadow. They were there. They had a lot of Disney VAs too, like the voice of Jasmine and Ariel and Eric from.
Wow, that's quite an array, actually.
Well, Tangle, I understand you are a big Disney fan.
Very much so, yes. I do very much love Disney. I know a
Would-
lot about it, and we'll talk about it a lot.
Would you go meet a voice actor from Disney?
I absolutely would. They're usually hard to get a hold of, but yeah, I happily and absolutely would.
Is there one you would want to visit? Or meet?
There's a couple. I'd love to meet Mandy Moore. She's great. I'd love to meet everyone from Frozen. Josh Gad is my superhero. Now that you ask me which Disney VA I'd want to meet, I can't remember a single other one. Like, it's one of those things where you ask somebody what kind of music they like, and it's like, I've never listened to any music in my entire life.
Oh, that's me with stakeholder meetings. I understand.
You ask questions about music in your stakeholder meetings?
Oh, they'll ask me something about the kingdom, and I might as well not be ruling it at that point with the knowledge that I can't remember. So
That's fair.
I feel you.
People ask you what you want to eat for dinner, and it's like, have I ever enjoyed food in my life? Once?
Exactly. I'm
That
glad
is
I'm
fair.
not alone.
I feel like
Ooh.
everybody can relate to that.
Absolutely.
Mm.
I can.
Ooh, oh wait, Tango. I think the best convention you can go to is D23 Expo.
I
That
do like I've heard of D23.
Yeah, that's all pretty much Disney. It's like
Yeah,
a
I've heard of
convention
that
for
one.
Disney. I because they actually they were actually showing footage of like Kingdom Hearts 3 there. So, and stuff, and they do have some of like the Disney princesses there, like the VAs and all that, and stuff. So it's definitely something you can look into because like, um, I think it's like in Anaheim, I think that's where they hold it every year. But D23 Expo, if you're a huge Disney fan, go to it. It's something I highly recommend.
I'm in. That sounds like a great time. It's probably very expensive to get there, but there are a lot of things that I really want to do and want to go to, but I am a roving hero. I don't do the things I do for money. I do the things I do because it's right to do. As such, I don't have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know Silver would probably be interested in that. Maybe we can arrange something.
That sounds like a great time.
And then you all can teach me about Disney.
I'm in. Great. Let's go.
Perfect.
Well, Silver and I will just sing Disney songs. We'll just sing the entirety of Aladdin the whole way there.
Wow, it'll be a whole new world.
You know that one. Yes, you know that song.
A little bit, at least. Which brings me to my next question, Leah. What are some projects that you have going on right now that are coming up this next year? And what can you tell us about your future projects?
I know for a fact, like I do have some future song covers in the works. Like right now, and of course, since right after Revo in person, we are going to be busy with Line. um, but of course, you could say the upcoming live streams. I do have specific guests in mind I want to do for Q&As. And at least I got like a few lined up for upcoming episodes, so stay tuned for that, everyone. um, Trying to think what else. Oh yes, I am actually making a special video credits for after the in-person event and at the end of this year. So stay tuned for that. So it's since this year, of course, on this past June 10th, I actually did the 10 years of Sonic Revolution because this year is actually the 10th anniversary of the convention itself, since the convention was founded by Sonic Remix and Angel Lydia. So I did that special live stream, but I am going to be doing a special video after in person. Hopefully, I can get it done. um, After the in person, and then I'm doing also a very special video at the end of the year. So, yeah, stay tuned for that, everyone.
That is fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we have about 20 minutes
Yeah,
left.
we've got about a little less than 20 minutes left. So, is it my turn? Should I ask the next question?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, is there any questions in the chat? I haven't looked at the chat in a minute.
I don't see any.
Yeah, I don't see any either. Okay, that means we go to the list. The list of questions. Okay. So, what would you tell a person if they wanted to get started in illustration? What's your advice?
I would say like it's a combination of like, go for it, but also practice, 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 practice. Um you only get better if you practice, practice, practice. As they always say, the phrase goes, practice makes perfect. Um so yeah, that's my advice.
And that's a very good one. Always
Sound
practice.
advice.
Practice is good for everything and everyone. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And Kevin, do you have a
You-
question?
Kevin?
Oh, sorry. I stepped away to get a drink of water.
Oh, feel free to hydrate yourself.
Yeah.
You can
Yes.
ask in your place.
Hydrate, don't
Yeah.
hydrate.
Yes, I'm good. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh, let's see. Of all the panel promo graphics that you've done over the past few years, which one are you most proud of?
Oh my gosh. That is a tough one. That's like picking your favorite child. um are you talking about like the main Discord panels or the one for Revel Online or
The main year round panels that we do.
Ooh, okay. I need to go dig into the Revo socials of all the ones I've done.
I
I've
know
done
I know that's like asking to pick a favorite child. I stumped you.
Yes, because I have to look at everything I've done. I've been doing this for like 2 years, so yeah. This year was 2 years since I've been a graphic designer for Revo, so that was like this past April. So um let me go see. Do. There's just way too many at this point. Oh, okay. I think the most proud of, I think I can answer that. Where is that? Um where is that? Oh, okay. It has to be the Project Shadow fan film Q&A. That one I was super proud of. That one, the creator of it, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Joao Felipe Santiago. Um, I asked him, do you have any specific image you would like me to use? And they delivered and they gave me like several posters of their fan film. And I ended up choosing the one with Shadow and Maria in half, you know, half Maria, half Shadow, and it's like there's the Earth, and it was like, yeah, that's definitely the one I'm most proud of.
That's right, you should be. Hello?
Uh,
Anybody there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
I was.
very good.
I heard a loud crashing noise and it sounded like everybody disappeared really quickly.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Sorry, I was waiting for somebody. I was waiting for somebody to speak next.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Leah, we do see your artwork in a digital form. Do you have any other mediums you prefer?
um, I actually do like to sketch actually. I sketch traditionally in a sketchbook, but I am trying to, broaden my horizon actually. So I ending up getting an iPad to actually draw digitally with sketching at least. Just take baby steps, because I'm still used to drawing traditionally. But let me go get um let me see. Let me see if I can go get one of my sketches so I can show you how I um ooh, okay. Probably this one. Let's go save this one. Yeah, so I'll show you a sketch so that way you can see um and I usually just like um then I usually draw it digitally after I draw it in a sketchbook. So let me go Share my screen so you can see the sketch.
I am excited to see it.
Yes, show us the art. Art, art, art.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
This is beautiful.
This is
That is
amazing.
beautiful.
I love the little cupcake hat.
Oh, I do remember that headband.
I'm curious,
Such a
Blaze.
good little hat.
I'm curious, Blaze.
Yes.
Did you ever ask Amy if that's a real cupcake on her?
I did not. No. But Vector did.
And what'd she say?
Well, I think something along the lines of threatening him with flattening with her hammer if he even tried to go near it because she spent hours and hours on that cupcake.
Oh,
And
so it's
as right, she should have hit him if he tried to eat it.
it's
And it's
actually
beautiful and it complements her perfectly.
I don't think it's real. I think it was handmade, but I think she made it, or either that she purchased it. I don't remember. It was not real. But it was enough that she threatened Vector to not step near it.
Gotcha.
And I trust that he backed up out of proper fear and respect for Amy Rose.
As we did all.
Good. She's scary when she's mad. She's actually one of the scariest people I know.
Yeah.
I would second that.
But yeah, I did this sketch in honor of the Roses cover's 1 year anniversary. And it's the highest viewing song cover. Yeah, Sonic's cover, Roses cover, is literally the highest viewing song cover on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's got like what, 500,000?
500K, yeah.
My goodness, congratulations.
But I did this sketch and I actually made it as digitally as a 1 year anniversary art piece. It's a lot more beautiful in color, but this is what the initial sketch looked like when I when I drew it on in my sketchbook. So I do sketch in my sketchbook. I'm still trying to get used to doing it digitally, so I'm still learning. Still getting used to, using the Apple Pencil on the tablet,
Absolutely. But this is beautiful.
It is very beautiful.
You're so good at all the art, Leah.
That is true.
Oh, thanks, Tangle.
It looks like we have about 10 minutes left, so I think
so we've
we
got
have
maybe
enough.
time for 2 more questions. Is there anyone in the chat who has any? Doesn't look like it.
So chat, if you have any other questions, we will watch for them.
Yep, now's the time.
But Kevin and Tangle, I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, Tangle, what question would you like to ask?
Since we're getting close to the end here, do you have any new projects that you can tell us about coming up for this year? What can you tell us?
I have mentioned I currently have like 2 song covers in the works right now. One I had to put both of them on hold. One of them is like slowly progressing. We're getting there. Meanwhile, the other one I had to hold because of the Revel in person, because the Revel in person has been a lot of planning, and that's been my main focus and priority. So, but most likely, like I said, I have upcoming live streams. Please go and tune in to upcoming ones. I could tell you, I actually have like an official team name after my OC, which it's called Team Serenity, and it's also another upcoming live stream. So they keep on the lookout for that because we may be doing our very first live stream, Team Serenity live stream, coming soon. So yeah, in case if for those who don't know, myself, Andrew HVA, and Doom the Mean Queen, we have our very own team name called Team Serenity. And the reason it's named after my OC is because Doom gave, I think both Doom and Andrew gave the valid reason is that I was the one that brought all three of us together. And that's why
Aw.
they wanted to name it after my OC, Team Serenity. So,
That is
so
very sweet.
I know I was pretty touched and flattered that they wanted to name it after my OC, the team name. And I was like, I said sure, and like I said, they had the valid reason that they said you are the one that brought all three of us together, and we're pretty much BFs at this point. So, um, oh wait, do you guys want to see? Let me go bring it up actually.
Sure.
Do you guys want to see that Doom the Main Queen actually did our team in the Sonic Heroes poses? Let me go get it. It's
Oh,
it's really cool.
a panel exclusive.
Like, it's a really great recreation. And I think it was like Andrew's idea, and then Doom just did it, and then I added the background for it. So let me just go show this because it's this was like posted like probably several weeks ago or something, but here it is.
I love it.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
fun.
Yes.
That's so cool.
So the one on the left here, that's Andrew's OC, and of course Serenity's my OC. She's right there, and then Doom's OC right here. And if you want to know which type is who, Andrew is speed. Of course, my OC is flight, and Doom's OC is power. So that was confirmed by Doom and Andrew themselves. So
I
in
love
case
that.
in case if you guys all wanted to know. So, but yeah, that's pretty much our BFF group. Recently, um, Doom actually did this funny one of our OCs, and we actually dubbed it in our actual regular voices. um, but yeah, this is our Team Serenity.
We are getting a photo of the three of you together for real.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Yeah, so for those who are going to the in-person event, this will be the first time Andrew, Doom, and I meet each other. Team Serenity is going to be there at the in-person event, so
How exciting.
so if you guys want to meet Team Serenity, here's your chance. We're going to be at the in-person event. But yeah.
That's fantastic. And speaking of the Revel event, oh, I'm sorry, Tingle, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing. I was saying yes in agreement.
Perfect. Well, since we only have 5 minutes left, Leah, I know this is broadcasted on your YouTube channel, but where else can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, I do have a Discord. You can find me pretty much in Revo because I'm one of the Revo staff. And if you want to get into more fun entertainment and memes, tune into Cartoon Nights. I am one of the co-hosts as well. So, but yeah, for my arts, it's Twitter and Instagram.
Amazing. Well, Kevin, Tangle, any remaining questions before we
Not
close
that I
up
can
shop?
think of. I think that's a really great question to end on.
yeah, I agree.
Everyone should find Leah on all of the social medias and follow her on everything.
Absolutely, please do.
Yeah, and of course, don't forget to make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more
Smash
upcoming.
that like button and hit that subscribe bell.
Yeah. For more upcoming live streams and video content. So, because every support that you guys give, I am trying to reach the 3K subscribers. on my YouTube channel. So be sure to stay tuned. Like live streams are a little bit slow because, like I said, Revo in person, my top priority right now. So, but I will be sure to post you know, photos if you guys want to see how much fun we're having at the in-person event. um, I think what's also exciting, Kevin, is that the casting directors are going to be there.
The Triple S team, for real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So
so sad. I have such bad FOMO. I'm so upset.
Yeah, next year you are coming.
Just let me know in advance what the dates are so I can tell people.
Yes, Tangle, we will.
Yeah, so yeah, be sure be sure to keep supporting Rebel. Like you know, like we wouldn't be able to do all of this, without all of the Rebel community support. So like this year we're going all out. So hopefully you guys, but I do want to give a shout out to the Kickstarter supporters, and the backer kit, who decided to order from the backer kit shop. I want to commend you guys for you know, contributing to the Kickstarter, because that Kickstarter we we reached our goal, so that was the whole main point. I want to thank you guys for helping with that, because the Kickstarter project was probably the most difficult project I ever had to work with, but it was definitely worth it because we got, a lot of we got a lot of funding for it. So it was definitely something worth it. Um, but I think also, who else was it? I want to give, yeah. I want to give, like, of course, special shout outs to you, Kevin, because you were the one who brought me on as staff for Revo. So I gotta give you a shout out, man.
We're happy to have you with us.
Like, you mentored me when I had no idea how to use Discord, but now I'm like at least proficient enough where I'm like, like I feel a lot more confident with Discord. But but yeah, and if anything, I can't wait to meet more of our Revo peeps. For those who don't know, MC Voices is going to be there. Lana, True Blue is going to be there. Uh, Arena Rooney is going to be there. Of course, Josh and Chris. Kelp Andrew Ultimate. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Oh wait, A Blue Moon 88 is going to be there. So if you want to meet, she is going to be there.
I hear she's really cool.
Oh yes. She is like probably the sweetest person you'll ever meet, and Kevin
I
can
hear
vouch.
she's the coolest person ever.
Oh, I can vouch. She is a sweetheart.
Well, I'm sure she would appreciate all the kind words you're saying. Well,
Yeah.
with that being said, I believe our panel is wrapped up. Thank you so much, Liaserenityrose, for
Thanks,
this wonderful
Leah.
panel. And Chris and Kevin, thank you for all of your assistance and hosting. And of
You
course,
two are great.
yes. And Tangle is, I hope I'm pronouncing your voice actor's name correctly.
Coincidence. It's coincidence.
Coincidence. Okay, coincidence. Perfect. And that's it, everybody.
And of
have
course,
a good night.
Blaze. Don't ever forget about how great Blaze is, and also your voice actor, A Blue Moon. As I mentioned before, she's amazing.
Oh, I'm sure she would appreciate that. Well, I think that's a wrap. And
Yay!
Tango, before I forget, since that crash, hypothetical crash, supposedly sounds like it was because of the rush back to this panel, let me go over and introduce myself to what was his name?
Ron, oh my god, he would faint.
Well, at least I can help cover the damages.
Oh my god, he would faint if he met an actual princess. Yes, let's go meet him right now. I think that would be really funny.
Okay, let's
Come on, let's
go. Okay.
Bye, everybody!